I am without a body, and everything is perceived through my own light. This must be firmly established within. You say you cannot see your own light. How can you see that by which other things are seen? When you meditate, you must keep in mind that the meditator is formless. When you go to sleep, keep the thought that you are not the body. One without the body has no caste, no sin, no virtue, no time. The sky cannot be stained, and you are purer than the sky. Ananda, bliss, is subjective, but the self is not. Unless all things are forgotten, there is no bliss. As you get more faith in yourself, the individual mind will fade and you will be one-pointed. Until a certain stage, the deities are there. When that stage is transcended, the deities are not there. Until a certain stage of meditation, the seeker has powers, deities. When he goes beyond, there is only Brahman. You do not understand your own personality, so how can others? The scriptures are for the ignorant, not for the one of knowledge. Whatever can be told through words has no permanence. It can be compared to a dream. Break off this deep-rooted habit of identifying with the body. Dwell on this. What do you think of yourself? Your body is food material. It is the food of consciousness, the life force within. Consciousness and the world are one and the same. They arise simultaneously. World is an illusion. However, you are the knower of the illusion that is caused by the play of the three gunas. This puzzle will be solved only through discrimination and not by rituals. With that, offer yourself at the feet of the Guru. This itself is Guru's grace. You ask of what use is the Paramatman to you. When Paramatman has no use for himself, how can he have any use for you? Why do we ask about that which has never come into existence? From the point of view of the jnani, nothing has ever happened. How can one recollect what was never forgotten? Actually, what is remembered will surely be forgotten. After saying this, Guru Ramadas still made people sing the praise of the Lord and made idols of Maruti out of cow dung. Was he a fool? Maya means illusion that has suddenly appeared. It is the illusion of having a shape and form. It has come over you because you have forgotten your true nature. Think of how and when you got your concept of beingness. One who knows the self has no problem with anything good or bad. To have any want is beggarliness. Be still. Gradually, you will know what really happens and why. In fact, even when no harm is done, the jiva, feeling that a great calamity has happened, keeps on struggling, eventually to die in vain. In the stage of body consciousness, all are beggars. Each one is asking for something or the other. Until ignorance disappears, the concept, I want to go beyond, will remain. There is only Maya, the grand illusion. She has to be dismissed after first worshipping her as God or Brahman. Then, Godhood is also dismissed simultaneously. A rare one will tell you this most secret knowledge. After worshipping the self as God, ignorance will be revealed. Then, no knowledge will be left. As spoken in the Vedas, one can go beyond karma after achieving knowledge of Brahman. It is rare to find one who knows correctly and yet does not claim that he has the knowledge. Who is the knower? The jnani? He only knows that all this is ignorance. The union of having the knowledge of your beingness and you not having the knowledge of your beingness is Mahayoga, the great union. One who knows this great yoga has transcended the knowing of beingness. Self is light. When the jiva emanates light, he sees the world. The reflection of the world appears in your knowingness. If there is an experience of happiness, there will be an experience of sorrow. Remember well what you have heard and put it directly into practice. Truly speaking, an individual has no form. The so-called form is made up of the 5 elements. Inside the body there are 5 senses. Which of these are you going to continue to live as? Most people want to hear what is based on the body sense. They do not recognize the body as unreal. All the knowledge in the world is based upon words. Find out if the one who has this wordy knowledge has any form. Contemplation on anything which is not the self is untrue. Meditation can only be that of the self. Knowingness that is in the body must be traced. It has no individuality. Sugar melts in the mouth, but its sweetness remains. Does sweetness have any personality? There is only a trace of manifestation there. That is all. No experience is lasting. The experiencer cannot be described through words, and we are the experiencers. That which depends upon life force and consciousness is not lasting. The everlasting is beyond these. We must expose the concept I am somebody or something. Everything happens according to the nature of time. Desire to attain self-realization also rises according to the dictates of time. When consciousness arises, the world becomes visible. This is the ultimate principle. Childhood is put aside as you grow older. Similarly, after getting correct knowledge, the body form is put aside. As you have to say something through words, you call God the doer. Would the all-merciful God create such total chaos? Without us, there is no God. God is nothing but the certitude you have of your beingness, the love you have of your beingness. The sense I am is Brahman. The one beyond it is called Para-Brahman. First you will become Brahman, and then you and Brahman will disappear. Your subtle consciousness will expand, pervade the whole universe, and then dissolve. This happens in deep meditation. The jnani says ultimately there is nothing. Then why does he teach others? The answer is like this. When one has to go urinate, one has to go urgently. While urinating, does not one temporarily love the act? Similarly, the body of a jnani is a temporary sensation that makes him preach. The primary dream is the feeling that you are. So long as you address God out of duality, you have not reached your destination. Param Atman has neither birth nor death. Then why did Krishna say, I have had many births? All these births were of the 5 elements. Such births are happening by the millions every second in the Param Atman. The scriptures are concepts of poets. They offer bribes as well as they threaten. During sleep, there is no experience of oneself. Sleep cannot be seen after waking up. In the same way, Maya is unimaginable. Just as sleep cannot be known, so Maya cannot be known either by gods or by men. Maya appears out of the manifestation of consciousness. Prior to that, there is no Maya. The thought of I am is the disturbance. Even greater gods do not understand Maya, as they are created by Maya. They are not self-created. Their actions are illusory. The detached one has no touch of Maya. Deep sleep means total ignorance. From that the feeling I am arises. That is the beginning of Maya. With the feeling that he is awake, one goes about dealing proudly in the world that does not exist. The feeling I am awake creates the world. It is born out of Maya. When you realize this, the feeling that I am the doer will vanish. When you see yourself, it will be seen as an empty void, emptier than even a dream. The image that I am like this or like that has seized you. What has been created will surely be destroyed. What is created? It is our consciousness. When the feeling of I arises, it becomes the ego. You would not be listening to this unless you were worthy. After hearing it, it has to be remembered again and again. That is the beginning of the process. This form has come to you spontaneously. No one created it. You would not be here unless you were inspired from within to get the true meaning of life. This is not the type of devotion whose purpose is to acquire something. The purpose of this devotion is to get liberation through listening. The idea that you are a man or a woman with characteristic behavior patterns is false. It is an appearance. To know this, some worthiness is required. The knowledge I am is your godhood. Understand that. Various names are given to it. The fact that a liking to hear about this knowledge has arisen in you is a good spiritual sign. When the knowledge of your beingness becomes clear, you will transcend Maya. Consciousness will reveal its own worthiness. Manifestation is all one, but the names are many. All the names pertain to Maya. After knowing the fact that I am everywhere, the knower will not be different from the knowledge. No experience is lasting. Whichever way you look at yourself will surely go. The sense that you are awake is also a concept. Sleep and wakefulness are indicators of your transient nature. When you enter into deep sleep, you let go of yourself every day. If that sleep does not end, what are you going to do? Whether death arrives today or 1,000 years from now, it should be the end of it all. There should be no problem. Detachment is the feeling that all this is an appearance. When truth is attained, false things drop off. No special effort is required to let them go. That is called an offering to Brahman. The scriptures say that at the proper time, Bhagavan takes an incarnation and nourishes Dharma. It is the Dharma of one's own true nature. When ordinary people preach Dharma, it is the Dharma of the body. The Guru is an incarnation of God. Due to devotion, the Guru Maya, which appears demonic and vast, is reduced to the size of an atom. Do not neglect the consciousness that is now listening. It is pure and clean. Keep this in mind and worship the same. Do not forget that self-knowledge is the knowledge of our own beingness. Due to impurities of the mind, one goes to the forest and bears hardships. If your impurities are removed here and now, as you listen, you will not have to go to the mountains and forests in search. Consciousness is boundless. It cannot be foretold when realization will shine upon you. Someone gets it spontaneously. The other does not get it even with much effort. When a particular stage is reached, there comes about an appropriate change and a proper ground is prepared accordingly. Dattatreya, a great sage, was perfect Brahman. Where was the necessity of a guru for him? Yet it is said that he approached 24 gurus. In order to eradicate egotistic consciousness and to pacify a particular quality, an appropriate guru was approached. Dattatreya was the knower of them. You feel that you are, and that self-feeling behaves according to the nature of time. The modification that flows from it is the mind. Fear is created through the effects of the mind. The totality has no fear. Earth is the quality of steady, vital energy. The seed that sprouts from the earth does not die even when it is tortured, beaten, cooked, or roasted. Because of this, your growth is sustained and accelerated. The earth bears everything. That is why she is peaceful. The consciousness in the body is the pure consciousness I am. It has infinite names. Unknowingly you have come to know you are, and that is God. The names of the deities pertain to that only. Before the knowingness was known, there was no experience of absence of peace. That is the stage of real peace. Until you know you are, your life is infinite. If you strive to know it, you will not be able to know it. In order to overcome absence of peace, consciousness has to be worshipped with non-dual devotion. The meaning of these words is not familiar to you. Can one take support of what is transient to know the truth? Your consciousness has a beginning and therefore it will have an end. First, put aside your intellect, and then take the Guru word and meditate on your subtle consciousness. Know that it is prior to the pondering. Make friends with it, and it will blossom within you. You will realize that it is your true nature. Believe that you are what you know before you know anything else. That is the Guru word. Consciousness has various names like God, Brahman, etc. It is known and experienced without making any effort. For its sake, ignore your mind and body. Word mantra means Brahman plus the guarantee that precedes it. The meaning of all is I am. Maintain that assurance with the initiation given by the Guru as proof. The word comes out of the sound, which comes out of space. Consciousness is prior to space. It is called Brahman or God, the manifest reality. Mind knows nothing else except for the impressions gathered from childhood. That is the reason why good impressions are sought. That is the reason why the importance of good company is extolled. In the company of sages, our mind emulates them. Happiness and misery are there because they are believed to be so. Due to the nature of time, they are true for that time only. As time passes, they become meaningless. Do not forget that you are exactly what our Guru has described. As you progress in watching your consciousness without the body, by the same measure you will experience your worthiness. After listening to this, compare it with your present state of being. As consciousness arises, it becomes the individual's world. To realize this consciousness is to attain peace. Can you stop sleep from turning into wakefulness and vice versa? Keep faith in the Guru's words as you live your daily life. Realize that when you act, you are not the doer. You only witness what happens. The sense of doership is because of body consciousness. Unless you realize yourself, your ego sense will not end. Even with proper initiation, if you do not follow it, it is of no use. Without uttering a single word of the supreme or the mundane, that which is naturally there is your consciousness. Who knows the knowledge that is in the world? It is your consciousness, also called the self. It has no color, no form, and no design. It is pure knowingness. You behave according to what you have heard. But do you pay attention to that which is hearing now? That listener in your consciousness. One deals with the world from knowledge gained by the five senses. Does that knowledge have any color or form? Yet you superimpose wrong ideas on that and become unhappy. Your consciousness is of the nature of love and devotion. The proof of God's existence is in your consciousness. As you meditate on that knowledge, the five elements will come to serve you. You unnecessarily believe that you are weak and sinful. Drive out the negative by contemplating on your consciousness and recognize your true nature. The knowledge of the self will dawn on you at the appropriate time, and your worthiness will be boundless. Then the mind, which wants something or wants to get rid of something, will disappear. The five elements will be at your service. Peace cannot be achieved unless pride of knowledge is given up. The sage is very peaceful.